I think it's really easy to believe that Christ is the only one that can save us. We've heard that message endlessly, over and over again, right? Not by my works, but by Jesus Christ. That's how I'm going to be acceptable to God. And thank God we have. One day, when you stand before God's judgment throne, you're not going to talk about yourself. You are going to talk about Jesus, and that you deserve to be there with God because of what Jesus did. I think you do believe that. But I don't think that most of us believe that Christ is the only one who can change the world. I don't think we've heard that message enough times. I know because I didn't believe it either, and especially I didn't believe it when I was sitting in your seat. When I was young and bright-eyed and very optimistic. And in fact, I want to tell you a little bit about my own story. When I decided to go to seminary, I remember I had an agenda. Like, I was totally going to change the world. And my agenda was to radically reach the world for Christ. I wanted to learn the secrets of mission. When I use that word, I use it pretty broadly. Any way to positively impact the world for Christ. I especially wanted to change the world by being a stellar missionary or a fiery evangelist or a prolific church planter, something like that. And so, I decided to go to seminary, and what I really dreamed about was becoming a research assistant for one of our missions professors, a coveted spot. There weren't that many of those. And when I actually did get one of those spots, I was thrilled. This was going to be my ticket to really learning all the secrets of outreach. But my happiness did not last very long, unfortunately. It turns out that the missions professor whom I ended up with was new to Gordon Conwell. I had actually never met him before. He came to the school from South Korea, and he brought with him a very unique perspective on missions, at least with regard to how to teach missions in his seminary. And once I got to know him, he really irritated me. Now, none of you have ever had professors at Biola University who have irritated you, have you? I didn't think so, I was just checking. Now, I was paying the big bucks to this guy, to all of my professors, really, to help me, give me some strategies and techniques, for how to do ministry, how to do outreach. But this guy would simply never give me, or any of his students, the strategy or the techniques that we were looking for. Instead, he would simply repeat over and over, very calmly, the best way to do mission is to be like Jesus Christ. In every course, it didn't matter what course, in 1,000 different ways, he would repeat this. This was the highest priority for his students, to be like Jesus Christ. And instead of assigning lots of reading, he would assign lots of prayer. Instead of placing the emphasis on strategy, he would place it on spirituality. Even when I would visit him after class in person, hoping to be let in on the real deal, like, yeah, that stuff about being like Jesus, that's cute, but can you recommend a few books? Even then, he was simply a broken record about being like Jesus and having a vital relationship with him. I mean, he was serious. So, in other words, his message was that the secret of mission is not education, not strategy, not successful programs, not skills, not techniques, certainly not the latest book. The secret of mission is a person. And that person is Jesus Christ.